This concludes the update. Love Air LLC is in charge of Diddy's private aircraft, and TMZ is monitoring it. That one that looks so fantastic, the one with the sleek, black Gulfstream V? It is now stuck on Antigua in the Caribbean. But first, a little history. This aircraft was flying all over California over the weekend, stopping at several airports. It departed from Sacramento and landed in Palm Springs on Sunday night. It then traveled quickly to Van Nuys. On Monday morning, it departed Van Nuys and arrived in Antigua at around 9 in the morning Pacific time. Since there is currently no proof, we are unable to determine with certainty if Diddy was involved. And what's going on in Antigua down there? Federal agents made the decision to see King and Justin, Diddy's boys, in the interim. But were any of them handcuffed? That could alter in the future. Why, therefore, did Diddy abandon these residences before to the raid? Let's examine this situation in more detail. But before we go any further, make sure first that you subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell for more updates and videos like this. Now let's get going. He was stopped for a conversation at a Miami private airport on Monday night. All of this occurred during the raids on his opulent houses in Miami and Los Angeles by federal officials who were investigating some very serious charges. There was tension earlier in the day because his properties were being raided by Homeland Security investigators and other law enforcement organizations. But Diddy stayed hidden until an unannounced visit at Miami Alpalaca Executive Airport about 6 p.m. local time. Witnesses claimed he appeared somewhat nervous as he moved about with his group as customs officials questioned them. Fortunately for him, he stood up and moved on, at least for the moment. Meanwhile, one of his neighbors back in California revealed the facts. Surprised by everything, and thinking back to the crazy parties and this Diddy's famed hip-hop pad. 5 minutes away, Ryan Mendelsohn gave some insight into what goes on Diddy's property. He told of some very bizarre experiences, particularly in the early hours of the morning when beautiful women were being brought over. I've witnessed it all. From 1 until 3 in the morning, you can have Uber trips, chauffeured automobiles, opulent black Suburbans, you name it. Sometimes, according to Mendelsohn, even sooner than later. He's even seen girls exiting automobiles wearing beachwear and swimwear. Mendelsohn always saw it as simply another ordinary nightlife scene. You know, people who go out to clubs and then stay in Los Angeles. But in light of the raid and the numerous accusations, he is beginning to suspect something more sinister. He remembered clearly, a month or two back, a Saturday when suburban cars clogged the street, picking people up left and right. Mendelsohn said that the area has parties during the week in addition to the weekends. He said, if you happen to drop by Beverly Hills on a Tuesday night, there's a party going on from 2 in the morning to 5 in the morning. Given the somber tone these parties' results have acquired, this is not unexpected. It's fantastic that attention is being brought to this matter because it is a significant one that denigrates women. During Monday's searches, a Star Tours bus passed the estate in a Hollywood-style scene, and inquisitive bystanders took pictures and asked the assembled journalists about the most recent information. Shortly after authorities started examining the well-known rapper, actor, producer, and fashion mogul's properties in Holmby Hills in the nearby neighborhood of Miami Beach, Florida, customs agents at Miami Opelika Executive Airport questioned him. His private plane, the Love Air LLC Gulfstream V, was seen early on Monday as it flew to Antigua after making many trips up and down California on Sunday night, lending credence to the claim that he had left the nation. Diddy is still at large, according to TMZ, and was not put in jail. When HSI Miami reached out to reporters, the group did not respond. Authorities said that the afternoon raids on the Combs residences were connected to a federal probe that originated in New York. After a police cordon was put up outside Diddy's Los Angeles crib in the exclusive Beverly Hills neighborhood, a few people were taken into custody. According to reports from Los Angeles City News Service, a large number of people were being held outside. However, it was unclear if any of them had been properly arrested. On the east and west coasts, helicopters circled over opulent buildings as armed agents from the Department of Homeland Security were observed entering. Agents were seen entering and leaving his Miami Beach home on Star Island while collecting possible evidence. Hours after the establishment of a command post, agents were still on the move. Early in the day, local law enforcement, HSI Miami, HSI Los Angeles, and HSI New York were all involved in an ongoing investigation, according to a representative for Homeland Security Investigations. Although the investigation's details were kept confidential, HSI is equipped to investigate a variety of topics, including abusive behavior. To all of this, Diddy's team and legal representatives have not replied. Diddy's ex-girlfriend Cassie accused him of sexual assault in 2023, including coerced sexual relations and physical abuse, and the two engaged in a contentious court dispute. Cassie's complaint featured horrific incidences of control, bodily injury, drug abuse, beatings, and compulsion into personal relationships, even though Diddy refuted these charges. Both sides swiftly reached a settlement following the filing of the accusations, albeit the specifics were kept secret. Douglas Wigdor, Cassie's attorney, applauded the police for trying to hold Diddy responsible. Joy Dickerson-Neal, a different woman, came forward, claiming that Diddy had molested her sexually in 1991 and asking for undisclosed compensation for her pain. Joy Dickerson-Neal filed a complaint on the same day as Liza Gardner did, claiming that Combs and R&B singer Aaron Hall had essayed her at Hall's home at some point in the 1990s or 1991. The complaint claims that Gardner was forced into an intimate relationship with Combs and given further drink at Hall's home. She said that in an attempt to stop her buddy from telling his then-girlfriend about the alleged encounter, Diddy choked her when he went to see her after it happened. Combs fiercely refuted Gardner's complaint's accusations in a statement released by his representative, calling it a money-grabbing scam. A separate lady claimed in December 2023 that the hip-hop entrepreneur and his group had her engage in an assaying session while she was just 17 years old. Diddy swiftly refuted the charge on Twitter, calling all the recent accusations the work of gullible idiots hoping to become rich quick. The complainant, who is presently in her late 30s and remains unnamed, sent in a picture of herself sitting on the singer I'll Be Missing You's lap at his studio in Manhattan. She goes into graphic detail about how Combs reportedly told her to pinch his papilla during the attack in an effort to boost his ego. He then allegedly pulled up a chair and watched while his pals battered and strangled her. The rapper is said to have publicly refuted the alarming charges made by the lady, who is currently in her 30s. It is anticipated that Diddy will stay unidentified until the court makes a decision about his request to have the woman's complaint dismissed. According to allegations made in public by record producer Rodney Lil Rod Jones, Combs improperly caressed and groped him for a whole year. In addition, Jones said that he was given instructions to find adult laborers and manage personal affairs for Combs' amusement, and that hundreds of hours of tape purportedly showed Combs engaging in illicit behavior. In his $30 million complaint, Jones has listed several prominent members of the business as co-defendants. He claims that record executive Ethiopia Habtemariam brushed Combs' actions off as courteous jokes and a show of reverence. Sean Hawley, Diddy's lawyer, rejected Jones's accusations as unfounded, saying Jones is making up events that never happened to get an unfair reward. I'm happy to see accusers Liza Gardner and Rodney Jones, who are being represented by Tyrone Blackburn, advance in court, highlighting the significance of justice. It is yet uncertain how the cases, which include a fresh accusation of abuse against Combs, relate to the most recent search. As the accusations grew, Diddy answered, "Enough is enough." As news of the probe spread on social media throughout the day, well-known New York rapper 50 Cent, who has a reputation for poking jokes about Combs in difficult circumstances, chosen to make fun of Diddy. Combs has dominated the hip-hop scene for 3 decades. He created his fortune by launching businesses like Bad Boy Records and working with musicians like Mary J. Blige, Usher, and Notorious B.I.G. Along with starting Revolt TV, he also made Making the Band for MTV and started Sean John Clothing, a clothing line. However, Combs is portrayed in lawsuits filed against him as a violent man who reportedly used his reputation to prey on and intimidate women. That's all for today. We hope you enjoyed that video, and if you did, make sure to hit like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more videos like this.